Is Havok's ragtag group of X-Men about to fall apart before they even get rolling? Well, let's hop into the pages of Astonishing X-Men issue number 15 and find out for ourselves, shall we? So, picking up from where the last issue left off, our team is chilling out in a diner trying to get over the fact that a bunch of federal agents just attacked them with Reaver tech. This means they're not only an enemy of the state now moving forward, but Kitty Pryde has been forced to disavow all knowledge of the team and their actions. But what the hell is actually going on here? It seems that General Callahan, a man behind a group calling themselves One, have used the Reavers they have prisoner, including their leader Donald Pierce, to help them develop brand new weapons technology. Though it's perhaps implied that the Reavers aren't trying too hard to give the government too good equipment. After all, they want to make sure they're kept around and that they get time off their sentence. Havok and his X-Men team argue about if they can even officially be called an X-Men team at this point. More embarrassing still, they're forced to take the bus. Yeah, not every X-Men team gets their own Blackbird. And just to really rub some salt in the wound, Alex is broke right now, which means Beast has to pay for everybody. It is here, however, Havok thinks he understands why the Reavers might be after him. You see, back when he had his morality turned inside out and he was a villain, he had briefly worked alongside Bastion, who put something inside him. Get your mind out of the gutter, it was nothing gross like that. While this is a great epiphany for Alex himself, the rest of the team doesn't take it so nicely. They view it as Havok just putting an entire X-Men team together for the sole purpose of trying to protect his own neck. Understandably, Alex gets his feelings hurt and decides to go it alone from here. Dazzler does everything in her power to try and keep him from going, but it's hard to stop a Summers once their mind is made up, isn't it? With no more friends, nowhere to go, and no longer really being able to call himself an X-Men anymore, Havok decides to grab a drink at the famous New York villain bar, the bar with no name. Again, the major running joke in this series being no one actually can remember if Havok is a good guy or a bad guy right now, so the other costumed villains don't give him a hard time for drinking there. Surprisingly, it's Warpath who actually comes with a pick-me-up pep talk for Alex. He says that he's a lifelong X-Men, that he joined the team after his brother, and that he's always believed in the X-Men fully, completely, from the dream of Xavier to the leadership of Kitty Pryde to, get this, the legacy of the Summer family. Aw, ain't that sweet. Unfortunately, while this touching exchange is happening at the bar at Colossus's filthy apartment, the government agents attack once again, this time in greater numbers and with better weapons. And because our team is down two of its heavy hitters, they ultimately end up getting captured. Colossus valiantly tries to defend his place, though, and he does so in the buff, which is, you know, pretty impressive. Then again, I suppose when your entire body is covered in metal, you're never really naked, are you? The news of an upstart government outfit taking out what they consider to be a dangerous radical mutant cell quickly makes the news, which means Havok and Proudstar see everything on the TV. At first they think they're utterly screwed, but once they eventually come to the realization that the government and the Reavers aren't actually working together the way they thought they were, Havok comes up with an idea. If everyone just thinks they're bad guys and terrorists anyway, then they might as well use that to their advantage. Warpath and Havok couldn't save their friends on their own, but if they had a little backup from the leftover Reavers, then they might just have a chance as the comic ends. And so that was Astonishing X-Men, everybody, and overall I gotta say it's another pretty solid issue from Matthew Rosenberg. I absolutely love the hard luck saga that is Alex Summers and the rest of his team. I think the scene of these once prominent mutants hanging out at the bus station and arguing about fare probably does the best job of encapsulating this series so far. If that didn't make you laugh, if you didn't feel something for that, then this book is not for you. You know, so far in my multi-year-long career as a comic book critic, I've never been quoted on a book jacket, but if I was, this one's free, Mr. Rosenberg. Astonishing X-Men is to mutants what Secret 6 is to DC supervillains. There you go. Overall, an 8 out of 10. Real fun time.
Hey there everyone, it's your old pal Cape Joel again, and I want to thank you so much for watching to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, why not take a closer look at some of these other videos I have available from the channel. Then you can follow me on Twitter and Facebook at Cape Joel, so you're always up to speed on what I'm doing next. And hey, if you're feeling in a supportive mood, why not check out the link down in the description for my Patreon page. Patrons get exclusive access to videos and content before anyone else, and you can do so for as little as $1 a month. That would be much appreciated. And until we meet again, everyone, this has been Cape Joel, and I will be making more comic content that smacks of greatness. Bye-bye, everyone.